We're taking you on a tour of the latest art stories from Paris to Marrakesh in today's show, featuring fashion, design flops, and Yves Saint Laurent's theatrical flair. But first, it's the news her fans have long been waiting for. Celine Dion has confirmed a series of 10 shows beginning in September here in the French capital. There were rumours circulating about when or even if the Canadian superstar might perform a full-length concert again after her diagnosis with a rare neurological disease in 2022. Monty Francis has the details.
The Eiffel Tower lit up for a special reason Monday night, hearkening back to Celine Dion's acclaimed performance at the Paris Olympics. The light show set to her music was accompanied by a video message on the star's Instagram page, where she used the occasion of her 58th birthday to make a big announcement.
This year, I'm getting the best gift of my life. I'm getting the chance to see you, to perform for you once again in Paris.
A series of 10 shows are planned beginning in September. For days, the French capital had been teased by a series of clues a big announcement was coming, as posters bearing the names of some of Celine Dion's biggest songs popped up across the city. Fans are ready to get their hands on what is sure to be the hottest ticket in town.
One day it will be my dream, seriously, yeah.
It's historic. It's her return. She was ill.
In 2022, Celine revealed she was battling a rare neurological disorder called stiff person syndrome, a disease affecting her mobility and vocal cords. The illness prompted her to cancel a series of live shows. In her message, she said she was nervous, but looking forward to taking the stage again.
Managing my health, I'm feeling good, I'm singing again, even doing a little bit of dancing.
After 2 runs in Las Vegas, Celine already has the record for the 2 most lucrative concert residencies of all time. Now it's clear as she prepares to take the French capital by storm this fall, a new day has come.
Well, after dazzling the public at the V&A in London and stints at museums in Canada and Australia, the Africa Fashion Exhibition has landed at the Quai Branly Museum here in Paris. This showcase of continental style features the historic weaves of traditional dress, the ancestral motifs reclaimed during decolonization, and the African creations making a splash on contemporary red carpets. Antonia Kerrigan went to check it out.
From traditional textiles to contemporary runway creations, Africa Fashion showcases hundreds of garments and pieces of jewellery designed both on the African continent and across its diaspora. In pride of place is the work of Cameroonian Iman Aissi, the first ever sub-Saharan African designer to be included in the exclusive calendar of Haute-couture. His contemporary designs pay tribute to the sartorial traditions of the continent.
The dress is woven out of linen and silk with these raffia fibers. Raffia is a very rustic material, very present in Cameroon, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, almost everywhere in Africa. It's completely natural. Raffia is to Africa what glitter is to Europe.
During the decolonization of Africa, fashion became a powerful tool for expression, protest, and cultural identity, fusing modern cuts with the colors, prints, and weaves of the continent, as Africa Fashion's curator explains.
You have to really begin, I believe, in those independence years with a reclamation of self, with a real pride in being African, with a sense of Pan-Africanism and a sense of unity being almost more important than difference in that moment.
This fashion revolution is captured through photographs that immortalise many unique styles of Africa, like Rachid Mahdi's work, capturing the Sudanese middle class in their Sunday best.
You'd go to the photographer in your best clothes, and the photographer would create a sophisticated and positive image of you. And Rachid Mahdi is a real virtuoso. He'd work with large negatives and elaborate tools.
A far cry from Guy Tillim's candid street scenes of Africans dressed for their everyday lives. African stylists have never been quite so visible on catwalks or at the Quai Branly Museum. Ghanaian Aisha Ayensu Senegalese Seli Rabi Khan, or Tebe Magugu from South Africa. But for Imana Yisi, a significant challenge remains.
You have to buy what African artists are making. If no one buys, African fashion cannot develop. It's taken me more than 25 years to get where I am, and I've been invited into this elite circle of luxury. But where are the Africans to buy my work?
After the UK, America, Australia and Canada, Africa Fashion ends its world tour in Paris, where it will be visitable for a 3.5-month run, ending on the 12th of July.
Now to a lesser-known facet of Yves Saint Laurent's design work with a show that zooms in on his creations for the stage, featuring costumes for theatre, ballet and music hall, as well as sketches, films and photos. The exhibition highlights the coutureur's impeccable sense of line and form. It's on at the Yves Saint Laurent Museum in Marrakech. Take a look.
Behind the extravagant plumage is the hand of designer Yves Saint Laurent. Created for music hall queen Zizi Jeanmaire, it's now on display in Marrakech alongside other masterpieces by the icon of couture.
250 works which have never been exhibited in Marrakech, and rarely even in Paris, be they textiles, drawings, photographs, or even videos.
Born and brought up in Oran in Algeria, the young Yves Saint Laurent had a revelation at the local theatre when he attended a performance of Molière's L'École des Femmes.
Yves Saint Laurent, even when he was a young adolescent, 12, 13, 14 years old, he was creating productions or theater productions. He built a small little theater in cardboard, and his audience were his two sisters.
This love of the theatrical spectacle followed him throughout his life. In the late 70s, he worked on Jean Cocteau's Two-Headed Eagle alongside his fashion lines.
It's not just the costumes, the sets too will bear the signature of the great designer Yves Saint Laurent.
A designer dress is made to be worn, meaning it's not something you simply stare at for an hour. Whereas a dress on stage is fixed on for an hour. It's always the same dress. So all those movements must be calculated.
From theater to music hall and classical ballet, the Yves Saint Laurent On Stage exhibition runs until January 5th, 2027.
To another exhibition now, which is less about aesthetics and beauty and more about the quirky objects that didn't stand the test of time. The Arts et Métiers Museum here in Paris is usually home to the best inventions, but it's currently showcasing designs that completely missed the mark. Aurore Dupuis tells us more.
Usually, museums celebrate breakthroughs that have shaped history. But here, the spotlight is on what history would rather forget. An ultralight plastic bike that snaps with a single pedal stroke, green ketchup, clear soda, lasagna made by a toothpaste brand, and a very comforting doll. Honestly, quite terrifying. Welcome to the graveyard of bad ideas, with awful concepts, weird taste, or poor timing.
I think it's a golf club you could actually pee into. Directly on the golf course.
It was supposed to be elegant, but honestly, that's questionable.
It looks like an ordinary golf club, but contains a reservoir built into the grip to relieve yourself.
These objects were sold with great ambitions, but were quietly pulled from the market. Some were more than just failures. They were dangerous. These giant darts injured 3,000 people in the US.
It's crazy that these actually existed.
This Barbie with sparking roller skates literally burned people's floors. A pyromaniac doll quickly recalled.
This went through loads of meetings and no one thought to add a safety feature.
From unsafe toys to miracle radioactive face cream, In the early 20th century, radium was an ingredient in beauty products.
You definitely wouldn't want to put that on your face today, even if you want to glow.
No, that's not in my skincare routine.
In all, 9 out of 10 inventions fail. But sometimes ideas are just too far ahead of their time and only become useful decades later.
A great example is video calls. The technology has been around for a very long time. As early as the mid-20th century, video calls were already possible. But it took COVID for it to really take off and become part of everyday life.
And there are times when a flop turns into a hit. The DeLorean sports car was a commercial failure when it was first released, but it became a Hollywood star in Back to the Future. Proof that even a flop can make history.
Well, finally, to a retrospective of Nan Goldin's body of work, where the artist's photographs are presented as films and slideshows. Entitled This Will Not End Well, it's an intimate journey through Goldin's life, her relationships and her struggles, and charts 50 years of her unique and personal viewpoint. We'll leave you with a glimpse of that show. It's on at the Grand Palais. Otherwise, do check in with us next time here on Arts 24 for more movies, arts and culture. There's more news coming up just after this.